That I hit the wrong button again, and all that bullshit.
All I want to do is groove you. Keep that music playing. Keep that music playing. Gonna rock it loud until the day come alive. Keep that music playing. Hey, hey, hey. What you say? What you say? Hey, hey, hey. What you say? What you say? Keep that music playing. Yeah. Make it cool. When the chords are down, just come around. We keep that music playing. Keep that music playing.
Can you hear that, bitches?
We keep that music playing. Gonna rock it live till the day come alive. Keep that music playing. Hey, hey, hey. What you say? What you say? Hey, hey, hey. What you say? What you say? Hey, hey. What you say? What you say? Hey, hey, hey. What you say? What you say? Hey. The pimps are your time again. We're rocking in the place to be. And everybody gonna have a good time. We're rocking 'cause we are free. Pimps are your time again. There ain't nothing I'd rather do than get along with my funky crew, yeah. There ain't nothing I'd rather be.
We got to take you higher. Take you higher. Come on now. Let me take you higher, yeah. Higher, yeah. Come on now. Yeah. Start now.
Woo-hoo-hoo. All right, fuck it. Who gives a shit? You're watching this because of me. Because of me! Because I'm the best. Not because of the band. You're not listening to this because of music. You didn't give a shit about that song before you saw me. Before you saw me listening to it. Okay. So, I accidentally turned off the last stream of this episode. But Fortunately, it was in time to realize that I had nothing to say about the first topic. It was just a guy that I saw who was a fucking predator in Asia. But no Asians watching the show, so who gives a shit? Anyways. Goddamn. I took a dab right before I came on live today. And, well, if you're watching before I turned this off, I was hitting this vape pen and coughing. So, quit saying that I have COVID. I mean, I have it, but I'm not giving it to anybody. I don't go anywhere. Everyone delivers things to my door. It's beautiful. I love it. It's my favorite thing. Anyways, this is an old video, but I didn't see it till today. And it gives me joy. Unlike anything else these days, nothing gives me joy. All I have is suicidal ideations. But this woman gives me joy. This woman, her name is Nestrid Yunga. She is from Cameroon. She is an American citizen. And she fucking hates Black Lives Matter. At least white people from Black Lives Matter.
No, I am not oppressed. I am black. Stop making people accept that.
Look, I don't really like the police. I've had bad interactions with the police, being white myself, and with other black people. But it's always funny to watch a white lady get scolded by a black lady about black ladies' rights.
They oppressed. You're forcing a rhetoric into your mind, which is not true. That's my point. Okay. Violence is wrong, period. It's not about blacks. You agree that whites kill whites too, right? Have you seen any white person coming out and saying white life matter or white thing? No, violence is a violence problem. The blacks kill blacks in black neighborhoods.
Look, no offense. Anytime I've ever said anything like this on Facebook, I get banned. If I say this on Twitter, I get banned. I've never tried this on Instagram because I don't care. But, like I said, people from Africa hate the Black Lives Matter people for some reason. It's almost like these people haven't been oppressed.
Every single day. I've never seen a Black Lives Matter in those neighborhoods. Never. Snitches get stitches.
Oh, this is the most based bitch ever. I love her. I would, oh. Look at that. She's fucking sexy, too.
But if a white person kill a black person, Black Lives Matter. Stop the hypocrisy. Nobody takes this seriously. Nobody. If it matters, it should matter in black neighborhoods. You start cleaning at home. No, I am...
Look.
As if he needed more proof that higher...
Sorry. I'm just saying. There's one motherfucking motherfucking bitch. Catch me with that bullshit. Whew. Whew. What am I doing? time I cough again. I do a cough. All right. Shit, we open up the door. Get some fresh air in this bitch. Not this oppressive ear mask hair where I can't breathe. These people want me wearing a mask indoors when I can't breathe through my ears to begin with. No, I ain't doing that. I ain't playing their game. I'm not playing the government's game. Kate Brown, governor of Oregon, you come for me. If I'm wearing a mask, how am I supposed to breathe through my ears, Governor Kate Brown? Where'd I put that vape pen, though? I'd like to get more high. Just kidding. All right. Hey. That's a nice picture of Nick Cannon. Fuck. Oh, man. Been smoking weed all day. Been drinking since 5. Can't get to my breath. So that we could comment on this shit. I'll just play. I'll just hit play.
Anti-Semitic, and that he has bizarre racial theories. He was talking with Professor Griff, former Public Enemy figure, who also
This is
was
the Breakfast
kicked
Club.
out of Public Enemy for making similar claims in an interview then. Here is what Nick Cannon had to say about black people being the true Hebrews.
When we go as deep as the Rothschild.
All right, so for those of you that are a little late on the draw, Nick Cannon got fired from MTV. They were doing a reshoot of Wild 'N Out with Nick Cannon. And Nick Cannon, like everybody like myself, we all got podcasts these days. And Nick, in his latest episode, discussed white folk and how we are less compassionate than those with darker melanin, black folk. But he didn't get fired because of those statements. He got fired because of these really benign Jewish statements. I'm sorry, I'm being poisoned by the anti-Israel defamation league. No. He made some really nothing statements about Jews. Oh wait, he mentioned the Rothschilds.
Centralized banking, the bloodlines that control everything, even outside of America. When we talk about the people who, if we were truly the children of Israel, and we're defining who the Jewish people are, because I feel like if we actually can understand that construct, then we can see that there is no hate involved. When we talk about the lies, the deceit, how the fake dollar controls all of this, then maybe we can get to the reason why they wanted to silence you, why they want to silence Minister Farrakhan, and they want to throw that we are having hate speech when it's never hate speech, when it's not. You can't be anti-Semitic when we are the Semitic people, when we are the same people that
I'm just saying. Like, my father's side is Irish, and my mother's side is Jewish. My father's Irish side is Irish. My mother's side was Jewish. I'm just saying, the most culturally appropriated folks I've always found are always black people. I'm sorry. I'm just saying. Black people always want to be Israelites, or they want to be Will Smith, and they want to be white.
They want to be. That's our birthright.
Here's the thing, right? We all have freedom of speech, but we're not free of the consequences of that speech. Every time we open our mouths on radio, podcast, TV, to have those types of conversations, it's a good chance.
All right, this is
you might
Charlemagne.
offend someone. And even though we are free to say what we want, the people we are talking
Remember, this is Charlemagne commenting.
about have the freedom to respond how they want to respond. This is how they chose to respond by, firing Nick Cannon. That's what you can do
Well,
when
we
you have
didn't-
the power. And if it's
Now I want to play the next part of what he had to say about white people. That was also trending. Here's what else he said.
The people that don't have it are a little less in where the term actually comes from, because I'm bringing it all the way back around to Minister Farrakhan, to where they may not have the compassion when they were sent to the mountains of Caucasus, when they didn't have the power of the sun, that the sun then started to deteriorate them. So then they're acting out of fear. They're acting out of low self-esteem. So therefore, the only way that they can act is evil.
Exactly.
So then these people who didn't have what we had, and when I say we, I speak of the melanated people.
Right.
They had to be savages.
now, see, that's a whole different conversation, though, because to sit here and act like white people don't have a history of
Yes. To discredit the savagery of white people would be an understatement, but I'm sorry. Let's look around the rest of the world, folks, for just a minute. Just a minute. Whether it be the Hutus with the Tutsis in Rwanda in 1994, or the Bosnians with the Serbs, or the Serbs with the Bosnians, or the Crusades, the Mongolians, the slave trade of inter-Africa to the coast of Africa. Literally, like, the last 60 years have been the most peaceful time on Earth. Like, it's not even close. It's not good enough. It's not good enough. I'm not saying it's good enough. I'm not trying to say that we have created a paradise for us to all enjoy. But to just act like white people have been the only people committing atrocities across this globe is where you lose me, Charlemagne.
mass racial violence in this country is just inaccurate. There's a long list of mass racial violence
in this country,
savagery,
yes.
if you want to call it murder, whatever you want to call it, from white people on damn near everybody in this country. Racial violence
Yes.
has been a distinct part of this country since 1660, and that's a fact. And
We're
I don't even have
dead
to begin
Jews.
to run down the long list of violent, murderous, savage acts from white people in this country. I would just encourage you all to go to blackpast.org, and look at all the racial violence folks have experienced at the hands of white people. So that part of the conversation, that's
And the same of black people anywhere, and the same of Asian people, and the same of Spanish folks. I'm not saying that black lives don't matter, and I'm not saying that all lives matter is the campaign that you should fold yourselves to. I'm just saying, we've all got our pros and we've all got our cons.
a whole different,
Ours are mainly good credit.
that's a whole different conversation.
But then we also
Now
need a
it's-
conversation to say that we need our own platform so we can speak on our own platforms. Because like you said, if we don't own a platform, if somebody has a problem with what we say or don't like what we say or feels offended, they can let us go at any given
Well,
point.
that was still his YouTube.
Welcome to being a white person, I claim. Because I'd rather be white than Jewish. Let's be real. Welcome to being a white person on Facebook, or Twitter, or Instagram, or YouTube.
Talk show that.
We're getting close to my
Well, here's
favorite
what Viacom
moment.
CBS had to say. They released a statement. And, you know, he's the chairman of Team Nick. Of course, he has Wildin' Out also. That's all Viacom. They said Viacom CBS condemns bigotry of any kind, and we categorically denounce all forms of anti-Semitism. We have spoken with Nick Cannon about an episode of his podcast, Cannon's Class on YouTube, which promoted hateful speech and spread anti-Semitic conspiracy theories. While we support ongoing education and dialogue in the fight against bigotry, we are deeply troubled that Nick has failed to acknowledge or apologize for perpetuating anti-Semitism, and we are terminating our relationship with him.
Listen, Nick is my guy. I hate it had to be him.
I coughed and laughed so hard at the same time. Because if you look up Charlemagne the God and Nick Cannon on YouTube, the first search that comes up is why Charlemagne the God thinks Nick Cannon is a bitch. But Charlemagne, you've grown over the last 8 years since that clip was uploaded. Is there a reason why you might agree with Nick Cannon now?
But that's what you can do when you have the power. And if it's one thing Jewish people have showed us is they have the power. I can't.
What? What? No! You don't say that, Charlemagne the God. There's one thing we have cultivated over 5,000 years. It's a better victimhood than your black ass could ever do. We are better victims. You can have all your protests you want. But you didn't build the pyramid of Giza, did you? I mean, neither did the Jews, but that doesn't matter. Anyways, I swear to God, I'm just saying, if Charlemagne the God all of a sudden gets fired over the next couple days, it's only because Power 106.1 and Sirius XM is owned by the Jews! And we're evil. We don't put up with this. You don't target a Jew. A Jew is the real nigga of the world. Yeah, John Lennon may have said that woman was the nigger of the world, but it's truly the Jew. Fucking Christ. By the way, what Nick Cannon said about white people, 10 times worse than what he said about the Jew. Yet what gets him fired? The most benign statement. We don't live in a free world. We live in corruption. Evil wickedry. The tribe of Judas had it right. And even then, it wasn't the tribe of Judas, it was the tribe of Judah. Anything else, Charlamagne? Let's bring it back for a second. Let's go back and instant replay the statement that's gonna get you fired. Nothing else. Nothing else. Challenging the DNC's candidate won't do anything to Charlamagne. But agreeing with Nick Cannon will be enough. Why? Because us Jews, we have the power. We have the power!
Or apologize for perpetuating anti-Semitism, and we are terminating our relationship with him.
Listen, Nick is my guy. I hate it had to be him, but that's what you can do when you have the power. And if it's one thing Jewish people have showed us, is they have the power. I can't wait until the day black people are able to fire people for saying things about us that we deem racist. We can barely...
All right, okay, hold on. Now I no longer agree with you, Charlamagne. I was with you till then. Why do you want to have the power to then fire me? I haven't said anything wrong yet that you know of. You haven't listened to the stream, and you haven't Googled as far as we've gotten into this, where I have... I'm not saying that I've said things, but I may have said things earlier. It's okay, I'm Jewish! I can say the N-word because of my family's traceable deaths in Auschwitz. Just kidding. My Jewish relatives told on their neighbors and joined the resistance. We're just better than you. I can get away with it. Okay.
For actually killing us. They fired Nick for referencing a theory written by a psychologist, okay, on racism. Also, though, if you're going
Psychology is bullshit.
to have that conversation, have it with a Jewish scholar, have it with a rabbi, have it with someone from that community, so anything you say that's not accurate, they can correct.
That's right. I challenge Nick Cannon to a Jewish scholarly debate in which I just yell racist at him over and over. And then, I don't know, I pay him $1,500 and he, DJs my nephew's bar mitzvah. I don't know.
Correct you. So when you say something that they deem anti-Semitic, they can correct you. To me, that's how you avoid things like this from happening.
I was having a discussion with Jasmine from the Jasmine brand, and we were talking about...
Look. We all know that the only thing Nick Cannon is probably good for is his dick at this point. And honestly, we got a surplus of dick at the moment in this country. So, hopefully tomorrow Charlamagne apologizes. Or else he's going to get suspended or fired, probably. That's how powerful the Jew is. 0.2% of the population in the world, but 60% of the wealth. Don't fuck with us. Seriously. White people are all for the taking. Don't fuck with us. We have money. Oh, I don't know, man. There's a lot of crazy going on. And we're going to hear that later from Sarah Weishenk. But Moving on. Here's a non-Jew moving in on our territory of what she thinks she can get away with.
Constantine is the
Remember Jamie, everybody?
race. There were only 2 races.
Oh, God, she's so fuckable.
White and black. Black and white. There is only black and white. There was only good, because I'm white and I'm bright, and bad, black, which...
All right, this took a turn.
Ugly, dark.
That funny conversation we all had like 5 minutes ago where I was like, Jews, we're great. Black people are bad. All right, she's going to have that for real.
Dark skin, shiny skin, big noses, round noses, full lips, dark eyes, dark lashes, and dark hair. Everybody makes fun of dumb blondes. Duh. Well, maybe they're the fucking superior race because they're the most beautiful. And blondes are the fucking most narcissistic fucking race of all. Blondes, because they're dumb, but they have beauty, and beauty is the devil.
Every bit of my fiber and being wants to put my penis between her lips, but at the same time I don't want it bitten off.
Holy fucking shit. I am white and black right now.
That's your traditional black and white cookie issue. That's where you take a shortbread cookie, which is a sugar cookie of sorts, and then you add a chocolate dipping across half of it. It is delicious. But that's what a white and black is.
I am good and evil. Holy fucking shit. I'm the inferior race because I'm the dumbest. No, I'm the inferior power race because my voice is the deepest and my power is the greatest and my height is the greatest and I'm the superior physical being. Everything about me physically is beautiful. Ooh, and once you go black, you never go back.
I swear to God, if I hear that one more time in my life, I'm just going to become a cuckold.
Oh my God, I'm not Jesus' sister. I'm in.
Jamie, you have claimed to be Jesus' sister because you were born on Christmas Eve multiple times. We've watched multiple of your videos. Almost a platitude of your videos, as some would say in the scientific community. But you're not Jesus' sister? Were you born on December 23rd instead?
His enemy.
Wait, what?
I am black, and I am beautiful.
Look. Some of you watching this have probably had sex with me. Some of you watching this probably want to have sex with me. All I'm saying is, yes.
Fucking A.
Things you will not be saying after sex with me, as most of you who are watching this who have had sex with me would say.
Holy fucking shit.
Literally nothing I've ever heard. Hey, isn't that right?
Whites and blacks are superior. Holy fucking shit. Everybody wants love. And fucking, I'm gonna call 911 fucking right now because I know it all. I'm gonna call fucking 911 right fucking now.
Okay. Hey. We just all want love. Don't we? Isn't that really what it's all about, guys? Love. Whew.
This is Kathleen. I'm not channeling any ghosts right now. I want to make...
Oh, good. I'm glad, Kathleen, that you're not channeling any ghosts right now. That wouldn't be good, would it?
an announcement, because it's been a big deal. I don't say the N-word myself, but there are ghosts who say the N-word through me, and they are black. They're black people. So they are allowed to say it through me, but I don't say it personally.
Best loophole ever, everybody. Look, y'all. I'm just a vessel to the underworld. That's all it is.
And I don't spill it out all the way. So that's the deal.
Oh, good. Okay. We don't spell it all out all the way. That means we don't mean it.
With the N-word. Okay? And they can say it on my podcast, which is explicit and it's allowed, but they don't say it on here in videos. So that's the deal with the N-word. So calm down, everybody. It is okay.
Oh my God. Guys, y'all don't worry. Y'all don't worry at all. Okay. I don't know what's going on. I don't know where I'm at. I don't know how long I've been talking. Am I still talking? Am I still alive? Is there anyone here? I don't know. I don't follow along. There's an option on this program where you can follow along with the live chats with all the different programs that you have. And I have subscribers in all these different programs, and I have a live chat that goes on. Do I choose to follow along? No. Why? Because I don't need you. Okay? You fucking pieces of shit. I don't need you. You need me more than I need you. Sorry. Okay. Anyways, I was using that as a transition. Because guess what? I am going to take like a 10-minute, 15-minute intermission. Why? Because I control everything that goes on. And you are all my minions and my disciples, and you listen to whatever I say. And you will watch a wrestling match while I take another couple shots. And then we will decide where you will create community that will self-sustain our small cult of followers. And we will procreate and grow year by year until we are a small, sustainable community. Alright, seriously, I really would like to take a shot. And I don't know how long I've been talking. I don't know how long we've been doing this! It's all been so fucked since I fucked up the audio earlier and had to restart everything 15 minutes in. Alright. Ladies and gentlemen, a triple threat match in wrestling. My dear friend Billy Moon, and I am Funny Bone and Gregor Petrov from BCW Wrestling. Once again, I'd like to say that Funny Bone's alright, Petrov is whatever, but Billy Moon is my friend. Alright, I love you. I'll see you.
The next opponent. So much for his rationale. Head drop, Dad?
got it, Caleb. I'll scream. Come on, Billy!
Wow. That was a long time for me to be away, and God damn it. Wow. It was almost not long enough. Sometimes I'm like, wow, I need a 5-minute break, and then I take the 5-minute break, and I'm like, shit, I'd like to be back and talking in 3 minutes. Where'd I go? Why am I not shown? Why am I missing? Hey! Alright. That was a really good wrestling match, too. I was watching it on my phone, and, like, I got lost in the wrestling match. Like, honestly, like, BCW is... I give it a lot of shit because of some of the people they've had. But they're starting to clean up their act. They've had a lot of great people in there, a lot of new diversity. And honestly, like, I'm really stoked for when this Corona is over. You know, if it's next year, whatever. I plan on being at a lot of BCW shows because they're doing it right. They're getting rid of people like Grant Dollar, known as Meat, in the wrestling circle. But yeah, man. You know, that was a great match. That was seriously like, you know, and I love him, but Billy, like, that was, ooh, shit, that was seriously a really good performance, and I enjoyed watching it on my secondary screen, and then kind of was like, oh shit, I need to get back to hosting this show that nobody's watching. All right,
there it is.
There's the lid. There's the lids. It's Rough House Quarantine Wednesday, buddy.
I wish right now, because I'm feeling pretty much 100%. Tomorrow I'm going to get swabbed. Make sure I come up.
Fighting the Kid, everybody. They're doing multiple shows a week because they can't afford it. Remember, we talked about them last night.
Well, here's the thing, Brennan. Monday I was feeling so good that Brian thought, let me go.
Remember, Brian, in the last episode 2 days ago, talking about how, well, Brendan, he'll mention it again, but how he tested negative for the coronavirus, but then they lost the results. He's going to say that again. Dog lost your homework. Old excuse, but the Bride Dog's been a little bit more honest about the coronavirus, been a little bit more apologetic for causing some ruckus in San Antone, as they say. But, shit, I already forgot why I plugged this. I know that it's like 4 minutes in, but I know that we need the context of watching them a little bit. Don't we, folks? Don't we need a little bit of context to watch these imbeciles? Anyways, if you remember, Brendan here and Brian, they're the fighter and the kid, and they gave everybody coronavirus in San Antonio a couple of weeks ago. And they've been complaining. Remember, they were saying how COVID was nothing. And how it was bullshit, and Gavin Newsom was a problem, and they needed to move to Texas with Daddy Joe Rogan, who we will see later, for unrelated terms for the first time in the Bono Show catalog, as they say.
On a long walk,
but these assholes held a full concert in front of a bunch of people while they were asymptomatic and then tested positive afterwards.
Maybe I'll go on a long walk again. Now, keep in mind, this is outside with my mask. I'm very far away from everybody, but I have my dogs. And you see, Corona.
I have no problem with that. Brendan, 3 days after testing positive, went for a 25-mile bike ride with no mask. And I had a problem with it. 15 days afterwards, if you're wearing a mask and you stay the fuck away from people outside with your dogs, I don't really have a problem with that if you're walking in your neighborhood. I don't. I don't have people who don't wear masks. To be honest, I wear a mask because if I have the coronavirus and I don't know about it at this point, I don't want to pass it along to anybody. And if someone has it that's kind of near me and it gives me even a 20% chance to not get it, I'd like to wear it to get that, 1 in 5 chance of not contracting it. I don't care if they're not that effective or, if we have no idea. We're in such an infantile stage of this incident, and our country has dealt with it much more poorly than any other country, and they're laughing at us. But this is the greater of the evils we need to focus on, ladies and gentlemen. And I understand that this kid here, who's 53 years old, and who just divorced his wife and the mother of his 2 children so that he can go crush some puss with this fighter, as they say. I understand that he is very hateable, but this is the real COVID virus.
Miss Corona will not be rushed. She will take her respect.
You haven't worked out before that, right? You haven't worked out this entire time?
No, but old Bri thought, why don't I work my legs, my back, and my chest?
I feel like you're too old to act like this, dude. You should know better.
I should know better.
Do you want me to tell you? Do you want the fans to tell you when you read the YouTube comments that your neck looks like Clint Eastwood's right now?
Well, no.
And when you read the YouTube comments, Brendan, do you want everyone to remind you that you took down the fight companion painting that you had done of you and Brian and Eddie Bravo hanging out with your best bud Joe Rogan that everyone mocked you for, that you took down and took out of sight, out of mind? You want us all to mention that?
Now listen, that's because it's a bad angle. Now hold on.
That's your neck.
Nope. It's a bad angle. I can't see anything.
You have the neck of an earthworm.
Well, that might be COVID.
Aside from his eyes, which he had elective surgery on that fucked him up, Brian is aging much more gracefully than your punch-drunk ass face from your ex-girlfriend's current fiance beating the shit out of you in your last UFC fight, Brendan.
One of the things I don't tell you is it ages your neck by 5-6 years. Now listen, the next day I woke up and Miss COVID said, you can take a seat now. You tried to rush things. You take a seat.
Were you sore or you got more sick?
I got more sick, and I had to lie down the whole day, and now I'm back. I'm okay. But now, old Brian's going to take his fucking sweet time.
How weird is that? I mean, obviously you're older, so COVID's going to affect you different, but it's like, it just shows you how weird this freaking disease is because, 3 days into it, I'm biking 20 miles. I just biked 24 miles right now and didn't break a sweat. It's almost like my feet are better.
Yeah, well, that's fucking awesome because a lot of people have issues with their lungs.
If you've been sticking with me, if you love me, if you want to have sex with me, if you want to, use me for my money that I have downwind, you would know that I said that I had this clicked up for some reason. Yo. Remember last night they were all complaining about, not being able to go out on the road, but more importantly, Brendan mentioned this fuckface.
And hopefully I'm not one of those.
This fuckface mentioned that his wife fell down the stairs and then he was then on daddy duty after recovering from COVID. Even though he has no place to go. And if you're the father and you live there and your wife is injured, you should just take over responsibility for your children. Your 4-year-old and your 6-month-old. But anyways, I'm going to move this forward a couple of minutes. And we are going to hear the funniest thing ever. If you're unfamiliar with, I like film. Film is good. There are good films. We stopped making good films in this country around 2013. I think there's been 1 or 2 good ones since then. The Irishman was okay. It was long on Netflix. It was about 4 hours. It could have been 3. 3 would have been perfect. It was a good Scorsese movie though for 4 hours. It was a good Scorsese movie. I'd say the real last great movie was Django Unchained. That's the last great movie that I enjoyed. Jamie Foxx, Quentin Tarantino, Christoph Waltz played the best German. Leo DiCaprio was real solid. Sam X. Jackson, the one lady from Scandal, I can't think of her name right now. Quentin Tarantino played a great cameo. Jonah Hill played a great cameo. Damn, I'm gonna think all of a sudden that Don Johnson was in a cameo was Don Johnson in it? Anyways, Django was a great movie. 2013, I think that came out. 2012, somewhere around then. Point being, last great film that came out. We stopped making them. But if you exist in this world and you have not seen or don't understand this catchphrase, by this point, at the amount of times it's been cliched and repeated, you might be a fucking retard.
I can't.
No, well, I'm going to get tested tomorrow and Friday.
Yeah.
But I had 2 negative tests within 48 hours.
Hope you know what they did to my results last week? They lost the results. They just lost.
That's always good.
So I had to go in there to make sure they didn't lose them this time. But how about this? How about I'm dropping Tiger off to school this morning? And it's the first time I've ever embarrassed him. So our thing is Rick and Morty. We always watch Rick and Morty before he goes to bed. And there's an episode on Rick and Morty where they have like all their friends are popping up. They're actually aliens, but they're disguised as their friends. And they're bringing back old memories, and then they pop up in the house. And their old uncle, this Italian guy in New York, pops up. His name's, I think, Uncle Vinny or something like that. And his whole catchphrase, it makes no sense. He goes, "I'm walking here."
Brandon. Sorry to tell you, I think a bunch of people might have heard that before. I think that might be a pretty famous movie quote. But once again, did you say that it makes no sense?
And then they pop up in the house, and their old uncle, this Italian guy in New York, pops up. His name's, I think, Uncle Vinny or something like that. And his whole catchphrase, it makes no sense. He goes, "I'm..."
All right, we heard it. It makes no sense.
And then they pop up in the house, and their old uncle, this Italian guy in New York, pops up. His name's, I think, Uncle Vinny or something like that. And his whole catchphrase, it makes no sense. He goes, "I'm walking here," right?
I hope someone tells him. I hope this kid tells him.
So you know where that's from?
Okay, good. Okay, good. Okay, I was worried. No one was gonna let him know that he's been just, okay.
That's actually from a movie called Urban Cowboy.
Fucking 1969. I think it was 1969 that movie came out. I think that movie's 50 years old. I think it's 50 years old. I'm sorry. We gotta look it up. I'm sorry. Oh my god, I think it's 50 years old. It might have come out in 1972. I just watched it recently again. That's why it's so funny to me. It's such an old movie. Oh, oh shit. It's 1980. I feel slightly less validated in my laughing, but also it's still a fucking 40-year-old movie. Like, is it much better if it's 40 years old or 50 years old? They were all in color by 1970, guys. You know what? I'd like to apologize for apologizing. I spoke before and felt emotion before I should have, and I should have known that I was justified to still mock Brendan Schaub for not fucking knowing or have ever heard that quote before in his life. He's 37. He was -3 when it came out. I was -13 when it came out. I mean, I know Urban Cowboy. You know Urban Cowboy. We all know Urban Cowboy.
All the friends are popping up. They're actually aliens, but they're disguised as their friends, and they're bringing back old memories, and then they pop up in the house. And their old uncle, this Italian guy in New York, pops up. His name's, I think, Uncle Vinny or something like that. And his whole catchphrase, it makes no sense. He goes, "I'm walking here," right?
So you know where that's from?
What?
That's actually from a movie called Urban Cowboy.
Oh, really?
And Dustin Hoffman
Oh, really?
played a guy who was a street urchin, sort of a street guy. And when he was, the cab almost hits him when he's crossed the street, he goes, "I'm walking here, I'm walking."
Yeah, so, yeah.
Okay, it jostled your memory there, Brendan? You remember it?
That's what it's from. Yeah, so that's...
Oh, okay, that's what it's from. Okay.
That's the uncle of the family. That's his only line. Like, they get trapped in an elevator, and he like saves them, and they go, "Oh," Uncle Vinny goes, "I'm walking here." Like, it makes no sense.
There is no God. This has... Alright, thank God. The last time I clicked on it, it had 11,000 views. But still, I think this has like 10 right now. The last time I looked when I was on break. This had 10 views. And I really blame you guys for not making this more popular. I'm doing everything I can. I'm providing you with the greatest content you've ever seen. I'm providing you with hateable people. But I'm not offering you a sympathetic host that you can love. You can toss me aside when the Jews come for me. And they will! They always come.
Right.
So Tiger and I will just randomly I'll go, I'm walking here, and then he'll say it back. So I went to go drop him off at school.
By the way, this is the quintessential. This is the Rogan where we discussed this last night. If you didn't watch last night, you're fucked. Go watch last night. And watch the night before. And watch everything I do, because everything I do matters. I sit here all goddamn day. And I cultivate the goddamn best entertainment you will find. Do you think I sat here and wasted my goddamn time with Jada, Pinkett Smith, and Will? Fuck no. It doesn't matter. Everyone already was claiming it. I'm the news source for all the non-bullshit you won't see. I am your God now. Do you understand? Do you fucking understand? This is the quintessential bullshit that people pull when, and Joe Rogan does this, and Brendan Schaub is the ultimate copier of this shit. Is when you had a pre-planned bit, and then someone is like, "Hey, I'm gonna let you know like why you think that was funny, because you just said like, oh, this I don't understand why this is funny. It was a dumb throwaway line, but now I say it to my 4-year-old kid." Because I'm such a shitty parent that I show my 4-year-old kid a pretty, fucking teenage, at least, I would say, animated show. Not fucking gay-ass anime, but animated. Not that faggot shit. Anyways. You're showing your epileptic CBD treated kid a nice animated cartoon there, Brendan. And then when you think of a funny bit that you can bring to this podcast that you guys have been throwing in for the last few weeks, as you complain about money. And then the old bride dog, kind of informs you of what it is and kind of throws it down the trash when he explains that it's from a 40-year-old movie. As I've learned, you're still not smart enough to understand, to change the end of your joke. What you thought would be the punchline of you yelling at your child as you drop him off for school.
And when he was the cab almost hits him when he's cross the street, he goes, "I'm walking here. I'm walking."
Yeah. So that's what it's from. Yeah. So
yeah. Stop talking so I can finish.
The uncle of the family. It's his only line. Like they get trapped in an elevator. And he like saves them, and they go, "Oh, Uncle Vinny goes, I'm walking here." Like it makes no sense. Right. So Tiger and I will just randomly I'll go, "I'm walking here," and then he'll say it back. So I went to go drop him off at school, and he's there with his little friends, and the teacher has his arm, and I'm like, "Bye, Tiger, love you." He goes, "Love you," and I go, "I'm walking here." The teacher turns around, she goes, "What?" And I go, "Oh, nothing." And then she looked at Tiger. She goes, "What'd your dad say?" And usually Tiger says it back. He said nothing, just shook his head. I could tell he was so embarrassed. He was so
fucking embarrassment. You remember those moments? There might be.
The show is doomed. They talk about it later. I only made it another couple minutes, and we don't need to go there. It's a waste of our time if you're even still listening, but... it's over, guys. It lasted 6 years. That's what these podcasts don't understand. You wonder why Ricky Gervais doesn't have a podcast. It's because these things end. Just because people will click on it for 15 seconds for the lark, guys, doesn't mean that anyone's listening or cares. We know you hate each other. We know you don't like doing the show together. It's all about the money and knowing that this is your last ditch in Hollywood because you've already been a Division I football player turned UFC fighter turned comic because of Joe Rogan, who had a 2.1 rating on your fucking Showtime special because you weren't ready and you didn't know how to actually have an hour-long special. And you, Joe Rogan's best friend for almost 30 years, you were on Mad TV for 2 years. Bobby Lee lasted 10. And Bobby Lee's a piece of shit. What does that say about you? Anyways, I hate these two. I hope they fucking choke. I hope the coronavirus comes back and kills both of them. And then me. You know what? My voice hurts. I've got one topic left. I'm going to grab a drink, a beverage, maybe an orange soda. I've got an orange soda left in the fridge. A Frosties. You ever had Frosties? They're selling it at Winco. Now, if you're not from the Northwest or California or Nevada, which is kind of ruining the bit that I'm going to say, Winco is this wonderful place that sells cheap shit because they'll buy like sort of close to expired Oreos, but they're not the expired ones yet. But like maybe a couple of them are broken. But then it's like $3 for a box of Oreos that will feed the Duggar family. And then like you can get a pound of bananas for like 3 cents. Anyways, they sell these vintage sodas, Frosties they call them. And they do an orange cream soda, folks. And it's like 60 cents a bottle. And it's just... I bought a 4-pack. You get it in a 4-pack, folks. And that's 10 cents deposit per bottle here in Oregon. That's 40 cents on top of the $2.40. So it's really about 75 cents a bottle. But this Frosties, I'm going to bring it back, folks. We're going to watch this video because summertime is great. And then I'm going to enjoy a Frosties orange cream soda. Oh! And then tomorrow, I'm going to go to Winco and buy fucking 5 boxes of it because I'm a rich Jew.
Hey everybody, It's summertime.
Summer vacation is here. Gonna ride my bike, gonna go somewhere. It's my favorite time of year.
It's summertime, and isn't it great? It's summertime when everything's great.
What the fuck is my bottle
See all
open?
the birds in the sky. Time to hit the pool, watch the people pass by. It's my favorite time of year. It's
Lord, where you put the fucking bottle open?
Isn't it great? It's summertime when everything's great.
'Cause I'm free to be just what I wanna be.
'Cause I'm free to be just what I wanna be in the summertime. Everything is just so fine.
It's summertime, and isn't it great? It's summertime when everything's great.
Barbecues in the backyard. Trees are over me. Nothing is hard. It's my favorite time of year.
It's summertime, and isn't it great?
It's summertime when everything's great.
Going to the beach, oh yeah. I got my swimsuit on. I don't have a care. It's my favorite time of year.
It's summertime, and isn't it great? It's summertime when everything's great.
'Cause I'm free to be just what I wanna be. 'Cause I'm free to be just what I wanna be in the summertime. Everything is just so fine. It's summertime, and isn't it great? It's summertime when everything's great. See the ducks swim on the lake, doing what I want and staying up late. It's my favorite time of year. It's summertime, and isn't it great? It's summertime when everything's great. 'Cause I'm free to be just what I wanna be. 'Cause I'm free to be just what I wanna be in the summertime. Everything is just so fine.
It's summertime, and isn't it great? It's summertime when everything's great.
It's summertime, and isn't it great? It's summertime when everything's great. It's summertime. Oh, oh, it's summertime. Whoa, it's summertime. Oh, oh, it's summertime, and I feel great.
Hola amigos del verano.
No.
Las vacaciones están aquí. Voy a ir de paseo.
Okay.
Voy a pasar
Hold on,
bien.
hold on.
Son los mejores meses del año.
Es verano y nos sentimos feliz. Es verano cuando estamos feliz.
Veo las aves volar, mejor me voy a nadar. Veo a las personas cantar, son los mejores meses del año. Es verano y nos sentimos feliz. Es verano
Okay,
cuando
alright,
estamos
alright,
feliz.
okay.
Soy libre y disfrutamos la vida.
Soy libre.
Okay, alright, never mind. Glad we saw that too. Sarah Weisshank, everybody. And before Sarah Weisshank comments on it, because I'm sure in the morning I'll be seeing from her. Remember, Sarah Weisshank, I will have had 1/10 of the viewers of her after 2 weeks in fucking bumfuck Oregon as Sarah will after an entire lifetime of living in LA. And oh, look at her. See, look, she's in her underwear. And then, see, look, these are outfits that she likes and personality traits about her. And she smokes weed, everybody. Oh, my God, she's so cool. Now, see, I've been coughing and hacking like an asshole because of weed. But Sarah Weisshank, this fellow Jew Baratus, she gets it curated because it's given to her so often.
I hope your day is...
Sweetheart, $29.99 microphone holder. That's all it costs. It's all it costs for a boom mic stand these days.
full of chocolate-covered gummy bears and Sour Punch Kids and a chocolate fondue fountain and cinnamon rolls and cheesecake and dots. Dots are those weird gumdrop candies that you...
Yeah, old people like them. My mother liked them. But you have something against my mother? She's dead.
just be taken off the market. I don't know why I'm wishing...
Like my mother was because she's dead? Sarah Weisshank, fuck you!
Your day's full of them. Dots, to me, are a candy that I wonder why it even still exists.
Because back in the old days, before everyone was hooked on Adderall and had that 1,000-yard stare after fucking every LA Ram, you could get a little sugar buzz on a nipple-shaped gumdrop candy, bitch.
Dots are the most basic bitch candy of all time. It's like, here, you want to...
Then what are you?
It's gonna get stuck into your teeth, and you're going to have to try to work it out of your molar for the next 6 months of your life. Here, have a dot. Have a dots. Is it... If you just have one, is it, am I having a dot? Or is it, I'm having a dots? These are questions that keep me up at night. Guys, I hope your day's full of PPE and masks and antibacterial gel and all of those things that you need during the pandemic time.
It's mid-July! I already talked about how this was so awful in late June. You've had a podcast for years, months, weeks. I don't know. Why are you still wishing PPE for people? You either have it or you don't. You either discredit it or it's the biggest thing in your life. I personally have 10 masks. 7 of them have not been used yet.
This is an interesting period of time. No one knows what we're doing or what's happening. But guys, I have an amazing episode for you this week. That's right. I have an amazing episode of Shenked for you this week with Dana Donnelly. But before we get into this week's episode, I just want to tell you about something that excites me, and that's cannabis. That's right.
Look, I love smoking pot. It's probably my favorite thing in the world. But if it's a personality trait that you extend towards people, you're a piece of shit. You have nothing to offer. Just because it's my favorite thing to do doesn't mean that I talk about it all the time. You know what my second favorite thing in the world is? The Portland Trail Blazers. Do you know how often I bring up that basketball team? Never! I sit in solitude. And I suffer silently as a sports fanatic. I don't sit here with my 14 subscribers and go, oh yeah, guess what? You know what, old Nectar Cannabis song, 204th and TV Highway. They got the best damn deals in town. I love going there. They cultivate the best specials. Sorry, I'm ruining the whole thing. Sarah Weinschenk, 10 years in the comedy business. She fucking had articles written about her in major publications 10 years ago. We're going to see her appearance on Joe Rogan 6 years ago. She's got 1.4 thousand subscribers, and she's averaging 200 views of a video, a podcast. I get 20 and I started 2 weeks ago. I'm better than you, Sarah. I live streamed the sinking of a ship this weekend. Got more views than you with any comedian this year. Go fuck yourself, you stupid bitch. Anyways, let's hear your shitty advertisement. By the way, I've been to this dispensary that is advertised. It's nothing special. It's a dispensary. They all sell weed. It's all weed. None of it's bad in 2020, guys. If you live in a state that sells marijuana in a store, it's good.
Anyone who knows me knows that your girl loves her weed. I love my weed. I'm very particular about the type of cannabis I consume because I do get gifted a lot of weed. So, you know, naturally I am picky.
Is that from all those blacks that play football?
And one of my favorite places to get my weed is from Libra Dispensary in Palm Desert. That's where their flagship store is. First of all, you walk into this dispensary. It's not just any dispensary. It is so well curated. It has anything and everything that you could ever want. And their budristas are incredibly knowledgeable. If you have a question about CBD, THC, edibles, topicals.
This girl loves weed, and she can name 4 things about it. I believe her. There's
always someone on deck to answer those questions, and I can't really say enough about how much I truly love Libra. If you're in the desert area, go check them out, or if you're planning on passing by the desert area this summer, check them out.
I swear to God, if you fucking plan on passing through the desert this summer, I will kill you. My uncle lives there, and he will keep a tally as you pass through Indio. Do you understand, cunt?
You can head to their website, librashop.com. They also offer
This bitch doesn't know what
delivery
Indio
if you're
is.
not willing to brave the pandemic. Just go to librashop.com, place your order online, get it delivered. It's as easy as 1, 2, 3. You know, you can still stay high while you're fly. I just made that tagline up. I think that that's something Libra is going to be really excited about.
Are you? I want to know. I'm going to look it up tomorrow because I don't have the time and I'm drunk. But I'm going to look up the owner of this Libra. And I'm going to find out that it's her boyfriend tomorrow. It's one of those situations. Because no offense, there is no one with 1.4 thousand subscribers that have sponsors except for this show. That's right! Vault of Cornet DVDs, Sin vs. Batista 2. Strap-on Boogaloo, only $19.99 plus shipping and handling from the Vault of Cornet DVDs. Long-standing sponsors of the Bono Show. We're thankful to Jim for the sponsorships. Thanks, dude. We couldn't produce this without this. That or all my Jew money.
You can still stay fly when you're high. Libra Shops. Follow them at Libra Shops on Instagram. Go to their website, librashop.com. Follow them because they support the show. Show them your love. Let's help them grow. Guys, we have an amazing episode of Shenked for you this week with Dana Donnelly. She is a comedian and a writer, and I think you're really going to enjoy it. All right, guys, here it is. And thank you guys so much for continuing to listen to and subscribing to my podcast and sharing it with your friends. I can't thank you guys enough for that. And I hope you enjoyed this week's episode of Shenked. Here it is, guys. Thanks.
Guys, welcome back to another episode of Shenked. I'm Sarah Weinschenk.
Look, I have a little thing in the corner that says the Bono Show. But that's just because no one's ever heard of me. And no one gives a shit until you have a brand name as a Jew. And I don't have that brand name like Weinschenk. And Clark reads much more Irish like my father is. But this cunt it's one thing if I was like, hey guys, it's the Bo No Show, I'm Bo, and then welcome to again the Bo No Show, I'm Bo. If I did that all the time, you'd hate me more than you already do. But let's hear this unnecessary double stop.
Donnelly. She is a comedian and a writer, and I think you're really going to enjoy it. All right, guys, here it is, and thank you guys so much for continuing to listen to and subscribing to my podcast and sharing it with your friends. I can't thank you guys enough for that, and I hope you enjoyed this week's episode of Shenked. Here it is, guys. Thanks.
Guys, welcome back to another episode of Shenked.
Hey, guys, I hope you enjoyed this episode of Shenked. And also, welcome back to another episode of Shenked.
I'm Sarah Weinschenk, and today's guest is Dana.
Oh, really?
Hi, I'm super excited to have you on because literally I don't know anything about you, but you are so funny. Your tweets are amazing. And I'm like, I gotta get this girl on my podcast. I'm trying.
What's this bitch's name? Dana Donnelly. This cunt's name is Dana Donnelly. Let's figure something. Dana Donnelly, Mastering the Art of the Thirst Trap with Dana Donnelly. Dana Donnelly, Biofacts and stuff. DanaDonnelly.com. Dana Donnelly. Here's some pictures of her. It looks like an underwear. Not bad. Please don't be mad at me. Dana Donnelly, Vice. I mean, you can learn about Dana Donnelly pretty easy. Dana Donnelly, Vice, production assistant. I mean, ooh, nice thirst trap. Los Angeles-based comedian, writer, actor, and self-proclaimed crop top comedian. Originally from the Silicon Valley, Dana has achieved full singularity with her phone. Graduating from college, she was one of 11 writers led to develop a pilot for the HBO Access Writing Fellowship. She's open for a line of Glazer, Broad City, and I added that part. And you can find her performing at clubs and theaters around Los Angeles on Twitter, Instagram, or at your local Brandy Melville. She would also like you to know that Boys sometimes text her back, and she is not white. Okay. So, right there. Boom. Done. I did some research. Guys. Do you think that I could interview Dana Donnelly? I will talk shit. And I know you're going to watch this fucking whatever your cunt's name is with this Sarah Weinshank. I don't fucking care. You're not a big problem. I want to take you on as my first beef. I want to use you to get bigger. Don't you understand that, you fucking slut? This is how, women for years have gained the upper handage on the men, I think. I don't know. But now I'm going to take the reverse. 2020. This fat man will take on a beautiful woman and win. Or get shamed in the process. I don't care. Dana Donnelly, you will be on the show, and I will have a great interview. I'm going to fucking have the best interview with Dana Donnelly, guys. I'm going to do such a good interview with Dana Donnelly. It's going to be so well prepared, and I'm just going to know everything about her, and I'm going to listen to this full thing. I only listened to 12 minutes of this, but I'm going to interview her so well, so professionally, and then I'll send it again to Sarah Weinshank after she's already watched this. Because, remember, this has 135 views, and most of them are from me at this point. Or me linking it to people. And I said, oh, wow, I can't wait to roast this on my podcast. And guess what? I'm going to link it to this afterwards because she has 2 comments, everybody. And I'll have more comments than her. Oh, wait. You can't see it. See? I don't know. It doesn't matter. I'm better than you, Sarah. I'm better than you. Do you understand that? Okay, see, there's my comment. My name is Bo Clark. I'm a host of the Bo No Show. That's my other account. And I'm better than you, Sarah Weinshank. And I'm going to do better than you. And I'm going to host a better show than you. And people are going to be more entertained by it. And it's not because I'm a man, and it's not because I'm white. It's just because I'm funnier than you. And I give a shit about entertaining people, you fucking... It's pathetic. You fucked your way to 500 views. And I'll fucking talk shit to 10,000 of them by the time I'm done. Do you understand? This is a man's world! Oh, man. Do I have that? Do I have that for karaoke? Do I have that, Sarah? Can I figure that out? I don't even know this song. But I covered the man last night. Ah! Let's do it. Let's do it. Do you understand? Dana Donnelly will be my interview. This is a man's world. This is a man's world. But it wouldn't be nothing. Nothing about a woman or a girl. All right. The best part about this is that I made none of this. And yet when I tag Sarah Weinshank with a timestamp to roast this. She's gonna watch the whole thing. She's insecure as fuck. Is this what happens when everyone tells you how great you are for a decade? As you pull your panties to the side for Papa Rogan for the last time. As that HGH bubble gut presses against your stomach.
Women in the comedy space. So
Does this tie-dye make you feel better?
You're like someone who I've seen you talk a bunch because you like talk in your Instagram stories, and so because of that, I like feel like we've met.
I know. I feel like I know you too.
Yeah.
Imagine if you felt like you knew someone on a personal level because you've heard their voice before.
Like,
Yeah.
But I
Yes.
just like seeing you like talk so much.
Yeah, I mean, it's so weird because it's like I haven't actually like seen you in real life, but I've seen you so much online that it feels like I know you in a weird way.
I was gonna get a green screen, but I'm already starting to feel like this light is egregious as it is. I mean, shit. Like, how busy can this be? Like, I get it. You did acid once. I mean, are you trying to make your own, like, Rorschach Epstein rape painting like that one girl did, where he's off in the corner as a, alien spaceship, and John Podesta's like here, and Prince Andrew's right there, like, and then the other girl, this other poor girl.
I feel like I know you, but yeah.
Oh. Guys, your sets shouldn't make up for a lack of personality. Why do these women not understand that a $30 green screen and a palm tree isn't the makeup for a set? I mean, like, who... A palm tree's not gonna make up for a lack of personality, sweetheart. Do you not understand that?
Yeah, so how long have you been doing stand-up?
So I've only been doing stand-up for a year, but I moved out to LA in 2017 to do like one of the diversity writing fellowships.
All right, so you were a token.
And so I did that for a year, and then I just like wasn't getting staffed because like they
Because you weren't funny.
don't do anything, and I started stand-up, and then that like really kind of was the thing for me.
Because you've been fucking everybody in the scene.
So you've been doing stand-up a year, but you've been writing for a long time.
I've been writing for a really long time. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I wanted to be a comedy writer since I was in high school. I just like didn't think that like performing would necessarily be a part of it.
Yeah, so do you like the performing part of it too?
I love it. It's like definitely made me kind of like change all of the things I want to do, because I'm like, oh, I like acting and doing stuff like that. But I really. How long have you been doing stand-up?
10 years.
10 years, guys. 10 years? 10 years. 10 years. 10 years. 10 years. Oh, 10 years.
But I really. How long have you been doing stand-up?
10 years.
Got it. Okay, yeah. So definitely made me acting and doing stuff like that. But I really. How long have you been doing stand-up?
10 years.
Got it. Okay, yeah.
So I'm just like, right now, I'm not. This is the longest I've ever gone without doing stand-up, and it's so weird.
It's like I can't even imagine if. Like, okay, I only did like stand up for a year before everything shut down. Like, it was exactly a year almost. And I don't even know what I would do if it was like more of a part of my identity. Because like
I'm literally like, who am I now?
Yeah, because it's like I only did it for a year, and I feel like that's why I can't even imagine if it's like actually like your